piling up. Every hour, every minute, the bodies are piling up. Over 7,000 dead, 3,000 of them children. And we all know that many more, thousands more will die if this war continues. And we all know that if there was a ceasefire yesterday, the people who would be slaughtered today would be alive. That's what the stakes are. And we know that some of our politicians have remained silent. Silence is the real crime against humanity. And so we call on our First Minister, the First Minister of Wales, a grey man in a grey suit, Mark Drakeford, to call for a ceasefire now. Now I'm going to be candid and controversial. Apartheid has no right to defend itself. An illegal military occupation has no right to defend itself. A brutal siege has no right to defend itself. A regime of military checkpoints and refugee camps has no right to defend itself. Israel has no right to defend itself. Israel has only one right. Israel has only one right: to end the occupation, to lift the siege, to end apartheid and let the refugees go home. That is the roadmap to peace. Now, I think it's very important that we understand who is who in this conflict. Who is David and who is Goliath? Because you cannot compare Israel with tanks, helicopter gunships, F-16s, chemical weapons that has used them in Gaza, nuclear weapons, with the Palestinians who mostly have only their bare hands and the rocks of their homeland to defend themselves. No more equating the oppressor and the oppressed. Now, if this was just a conflict between Israel and the Palestinians, I believe there could be a peaceful resolution. But it is Israel backed by the United States, Israel backed by the United Kingdom, Israel backed by the most powerful states on the earth who have used Israel as the aircraft carrier of Western foreign policy in the region. That's why we need to build a global movement to isolate apartheid in Israel as we isolated apartheid in South Africa.
Yes.
Now I'm just going to say one last thing before I sit down. Some people here today are from the region, from the Middle East, and I have to say, where are these belly dancing Arab leaders? It's clear that this great crime, this crime in Palestine, can only take place with the complicity of the Arab regimes. And so we call upon the people of Egypt, the heroic people of Egypt, the people of Egypt who camped for 18 days in Tahrir Square. Open up the gates of Rafah, open up the doors to the prison, lift the siege of Gaza, topple the El-Sisi regime, topple all the Arab regimes. It's the road to Jerusalem and a liberated Palestine runs through Cairo, Amman, Damascus and Beirut. There can be no solution to the question of Palestine without revolution from one end of the Middle East to the other, to change the balance of power in the region, to change the balance of power in the world. So thank you once again on behalf of my organization, Cardiff Stop the War Coalition. Because today, on the West Bank and on the Gaza Strip, in Jerusalem, in Israel, they're trying to make Palestine into a prison. For more than 75 years, they've been trying to make Palestine into a prison. We'll smash that prison. Victory to the Intifada.